Pack your bags and come and get away with me to Houston, Texas. H-Town, baby. As we roll into the summer and as the school year ends, I typically like to take a solo trip this time of the year. So how I ended up deciding on going to Houston, I was thinking about some of the major cities that I haven't visited yet, and that are also deemed as popular cities. And Houston came up. I've never been to Texas, so it was kind of perfect for me. So here I am. This is the parking space number where my rental car was located. Everywhere I go, I am always divinely guided and protected. 22222. How divine is that? Anyway, let's hop in this vehicle and hit the road. Okay, so I am currently parked in the Exxon. I ran inside, got a few things that I needed. I would like to have breakfast at Waffle Bus, but they don't open until 11 a.m. Central Time, and it is currently 8:55 a.m. I'm so glad that I rented a car. I am going to go to the park, Buffalo Bayou Park to be exact, and I am going for just a leisurely walk and to check out the scenery. And after that, I will check back in once I get to Waffle Bus. All right. Okay, I made it to Buffalo Bayou Park. It's really humid out here, so I'm just going for a really short walk and then head to my next destination. All right, made it to the Waffle Bus. Let's go inside and check out the scenery and the food. I ended up ordering the wings and waffles. The waffles were topped with strawberries and powdered sugar, which came on the side, so I topped it myself, pulling out my artistic skills. Here I am soaking it in some syrup, and now I'm getting ready to take my first few taste test bites. I also ordered the Cinnamon Toast Crunch milkshake, and it was just alright. I really didn't care for the taste of the cereal itself, but the milkshake was pretty good. Alright, so showing you all my room. I am on the 29th floor, room 2919. This is at the Hyatt Regency. The High Floor King, that's the name of it, of this particular room. So there's the TV, there's There's the bed. So it's just a nice 320 square foot room for just myself. And this is the view. I'm really looking forward to seeing what this view is like at nighttime. As you may know, approximately a week ago, there was a tornado that touched down here in Houston. So there were a few roads that were blocked off, but it still wasn't hard or challenging at all to get here. And I came straight here from Waffle Bus. So 29th floor views. I'll make sure to show you all what they are like at nighttime. Now, oh, and another thing. It is 12:25 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I just checked in. Thank you to Hyatt Regency for allowing me to check in early, because check-in time is really 3 p.m. But, you know, something said just come and see. And when I asked the young lady, the receptionist at the front desk, she said, no, it's not too early to check in. So I am getting ready to get me some sleep. Today is Friday, May 24th. Today was typically a free day of just roaming, but Saturday and Sunday, I actually have a full itinerary planned out. Oh, you will see me tonight because I want to show you what the view may look like at night. I'm really excited to see the city lights. But you will definitely see me tomorrow and Sunday as I take you along on my excursions. I'm going to bed. I always wanted to experience high floor nighttime city views, and I got it. Good morning, good morning. It is now Saturday morning, 8:30 or so, Central Standard Time. Getting ready to read the next chapter out of my book, Think Yourself Rich. Really good book if anyone is interested in getting a copy. But anyway, today is the first full day here in Houston. At 10 a.m. I will be going to a food walking tour, and then later on tonight there will be a magic show. All right, peace out. All right, so I am headed to the meeting point to start this food walking tour. I just parked at the end location so that when we get to that final location, I don't have to walk back. I'll just get in my car. It's about maybe a 10-minute walk. So walk with me. The first stop and the meeting place was at La Guadalupana Bakery and Cafe. Here is where I met up with our tour guide and also everyone else that was a part of the tour. For our first dish, we had refried greens, bell peppers, and chorizo cooked in eggs, potatoes, onions, and tomatoes. And it was actually pretty good. Now we are heading to our second location. Along the way, we took in beautiful views of mules, real estate, and we learned a little bit of history. Now we have arrived to our second location, Common Bond. It's a very cute, quaint, and posh eatery set in the heart of Montrose. As you can see, we started off with mimosas, and the dish for this location was their famous shrimp and grits. And yes, it was phenomenal. Now we are heading to our third location. Again, along the way, we stopped and looked at some beautiful art. Here you may recognize the faces of these well-known celebrities. The third location and my favorite spot was Wild. Wild is a dispensary, and you're able to get something to eat and or drink. And your food and drink can also be infused with CBD or THC. Of course, it is optional. They do have an outdoor area where you can partake in some adult activities. We had the honey crusted croissant and chicken, and oh my god. The croissant is really good. Our fourth and final location was Milk Plus Sugar, which is an ice cream shop, and this was the beautiful end to a wonderful food walking tour in the H-Town heat. My next stop was the Post. Now, before I went to the Post, of course, I had to go back to my hotel room, shower up, and change because that Houston heat is nothing to play with, okay? But here I am at the Post. The Post is a huge food court filled with different restaurants, different places you can eat. It's a cute place for teenagers, young adults. You can come hang out with your friends, your significant other. I think it's a really cool place. Here I am on the rooftop of the Post. It consists of a winding walking path where you can take in some beautiful views of greenery, garden-like setup. Now, I'll admit, as soon as I hit the door, honey, I started fussing and cussing a little bit because, again, the heat, dry, humid, and hot. So I would recommend checking this place out after the sunset so that you are just a bit cooler and you can also take in the nighttime city views. Now, I really wasn't hungry because remember, I had just gotten done with the food walking tour, but I did want to grab something just to take in the full experience of being at the Post, considering it is a food court. So I opted for a fish sandwich and some fries. I only took about 2 bites of the sandwich, maybe ate a couple of fries, and I took the rest back with me to the room. My next stop was the Water Wall, which is directly across the street from the popular mall known as the Galleria. The Water Wall is a hot spot tourist attraction. I ended my night by attending a magic show. Now, once I got there, I realized that it wasn't a quote unquote Vegas-like magic show. It was more for younger children, but it was still cute, and some of the tricks were pretty mind-blowing.
Nordic power. Mayday. That's pretty good pretending for.
Once I got back to the hotel, I grabbed me a blueberry lemon drop to end my night. Today is Sunday, May 26th, second full day here in Houston, and now I'm getting ready to start my excursions. First, I'm stopping by the Breakfast Club for breakfast. I heard it's a hot spot here in Houston, so let's see what it's all about. So the Breakfast Club is out. The line was down the street around the corner, and I wasn't about to do that to myself in that Houston heat. So I checked out Wild and got the famous croissant and chicken. The first excursion for the day was a sightseeing tour where we drove around the downtown Houston area, learning about, just the overall history of Houston and Texas. We looked at some beautiful graffiti. We learned about the history and the story and the meaning behind a lot of the drawings. So that was a good tour. Next up, and the final excursion for the day, was my candle making class. Oh my God, this was so much fun. We got to pick out our own scents, our own colors. We picked out gemstones and different herbs that we infused in the candle. I really want to do another candle making class. I enjoyed this a lot. After the candle making class, I did go back to my hotel room for about a few hours. But I did want to step out later on that night just to check out the nightlife down in Houston. And I opted for a spot by the name of Sunset Rooftop Lounge. I only stayed for about 10 minutes because honestly, I'm not into clubbing. So on my way back to the car, I got me some roadside tacos to take back to the room. Got my chicken tacos and came right back to the room. Baby, I am too old for that club life. But I do want to say thank you for watching. Until the next getaway.